morning, good afternoon, good evening. Zimbabwe is a failed state. And the problems that come with that are never far away. We've just had the beginning of the rainy season, and the problems of the sorry state of our roads have once again come to the fore. This is sorry state of the roads in the urban centers. And one can only imagine the state of the roads in the rural areas. And unfortunately, many Zimbabweans still like to travel to their rural homes during Christmas periods. And some are coming from as far as South Africa and other countries. And while they've got the chance, they really would like to visit their rural relatives. But this is becoming a serious problem because, like I said, of the sorry states of our roads. Benjamin, welcome to the program.
Good day to you and good day to our viewers. Thank you for joining us. You know, when you think of Zimbabwe and our infrastructure roads, all we needed to do was maintain. Just maintain. We didn't really have to start from zero. They were there. They served us well. We just had to just maintain. I mean, the picture says it all. This road has never seen any form of maintenance at all since independence. And most roads, they have a lifespan of roughly about 20 years. And this is almost 45 years in. That's double the lifespan. I mean, this is expected. It's a tragedy. And, you know, when you look at it, you know, somebody decides, let's build an exchange that leads to these roads. That is just foolishness. You know, covering a torn book. But it's pathetic. You know, I really, if they had, you know, a conscience, I would be hanging my head in shame if I was a leader that was in charge of all these things. This is sad. And I agree with you. This is just another death trap for those that are traveling. Either you're going to get, you know, damaged tires and you will never know about it until it's too late. Everybody wants to be traveling during the festive season.
Sorry, Ben, go ahead.
No, I had finished.
Yes, it is. It is truly tragic. This is a video clip of some of the experience the people in the rural areas are facing.
So this is a bridge somewhere in Berengwa. I don't know what this is. The bridge is fucked up, so people must get off so that the car is able to pass. This is in Belinga. Yeah. Igotongwa nevene vayo. Ah, mawa. Aiwa 2030 vanenge vagadzirisa. So all these people are getting off that car. They got off that car and they're gonna go back.
I think it is right that people should mock this Vision 2030. It is a joke. We cannot pretend that the country is doing well when everything before us says otherwise. The problem with Zimbabwe is that we have our priorities all upside down. Here is a community of people. How many people use that bridge? Throughout the rainy season and beyond? Probably hundreds of thousands. And yet, the regime decided to give one individual a present of a car. When in reality, the cost of that vehicle alone would have paid for the building, even from scratch, one of those bridges. And that would have saved the interest of 100,000 people. But instead, the regime decides to give presents like this to individuals. Some of them, they still actually have other cars. Some of these so-called Women's League members, they were given cars. Some of them will be members of parliament or senators. And from it, they already have a car. And now they are getting an extra one. We just got our priorities wrong. And what is more disappointing, we keep repeating the same mistake over and over again. The sorry states of our roads did not happen just overnight. This is decades of neglect. What we are seeing here is decades of neglect. That is the tragedy in Zimbabwe.
Vision 2030, and the president always says nyika inovakwa nevene vayo. I mean, you look at the industry, you need road networks. You look at tourism, you need road networks. And all this is falling apart left, right, and center. How do we expect to move forward? How do we expect to champion our way in commerce? It's really pathetic. Whatever they are saying and what we are saying is two different things. it's really really sad that the more you continue to say something, and even though it is a lie, you end up believing it. Yeah, we have monies that are being spent. Sorry about that. Yeah, we have monies that are being spent giving people cars. We know the MPs got given cars. We know ministers got given. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Here is a video of another traveler in the rural areas and the trials and tribulations they had to deal with. That is the reality. If you can just see there, it was something else for ED. This would have been one of the vehicles given to the ruling elite for their own personal use. A new, brand new vehicle, and is finding and is sinking in the mud. And the young men who are doing the pushing would have been some of those who maybe were lucky enough to get the sapatina chicken. But obviously, they've already forgotten how the chicken even tasted now. And as for the war veterans who got bicycles, I would like to see one of them riding a bicycle in that road. And even the chefs who were lucky enough to receive the vehicles. As we can see there, they're struggling. The truth of the matter is, wherever he's going, you will be worrying how the hell is he going to get back, particularly if the rains were to continue. Because that road will only get worse. Whether we like to admit it or not, the truth of the matter is Zimbabwe is a failed state, and we are doing nothing to address the underlying causes. And until we do, they will not go away. They will only get worse. And the only way we're going to address these underlying causes is by addressing our failed political system. That is the reality. Ben, I don't know whether you're free to give your closing remarks.
Yes, sorry about that earlier. So I was saying we have ministers who were given $500,000 loan. Well, they say it is a loan, but we all know it was a bribe. People are getting bribed, giving them cars, giving them, chicken in, plates, cups, plastic cups in the rural areas, drilling them boreholes to get their vote and so forth. This is what is happening now in Zimbabwe. But the truth of the matter is, you cannot hide the facts. You cannot hide the evidence. Zimbabwe is falling apart. There is no sign of any vision taking place. And we've always spoke about the foundation that is needed for you to ever see an upper middle income economy. And Zimbabwe, there is that absence of that foundation being built. And as long as we have leaders that are not accountable, we have leaders that live in denial, it can be safe to say we are going to lose a once beautiful country, a once a gem in Africa and in the whole world. Zimbabwe was destined to be the next Singapore or Malaysia. But here we are, the North Korea of Africa, dying a very, very, very painful death. And we have a leadership that does not want to acknowledge that there is a problem. In fact, you find the president himself brags to say, nyika yangu yakanaka, better than all other African countries. You have ZANU-PF officials saying we are the fastest growing economy. Yes, we are the fastest growing economy because we are coming from the dirt. And we are still somewhere within the dirt. Zimbabwe can never be a hub when you don't have any road network.